Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Spiritual Teacher for You. My name is Cassie and I'm here to do another nighttime reading. I'm feeling the energy of someone who's kind of bored and wants some excitement in their life, but this feels a little risque because when you invite, you know, drama, I guess you have to be careful about what you're inviting in. Do you want excitement, like something that pumps your heart up and gets you going? Or do you want excitement like danger, adrenaline rush? I'm getting like someone who wants to feel alive. And so I almost feel a recklessness in this though, like wanting to do something because you're bored and you just want to spice things up, and it feels like it's just like another hit of dopamine, like this I'm getting like Bella from Twilight when Edward left her and she realized when she put herself in danger she could she could feel him and see him, and so she kept putting her life in danger because it made his spirit like come to her and warn her of like, stop what you're doing, you're gonna get hurt. But just seeing him felt made her feel so alive that she kept trying to do it. We've got the strength card here, so this is about courage, and I'm getting to notice the infinity symbol above the lady. um as in, this strength is in you, has been in you, has been passed down to you. It's a forever strength that keeps going. And the more that and I'm getting very strong Leo vibes here. So you may be a Leo or know or your significant other might be a Leo. But I'm getting that the more you allow your societal corruption, I'm going to call it, societal layers to fall away, the more the lion gets to shine through, the more strength and courage and confidence you have. And this is so attractive to someone with the Knight of Cups coming out. And that's so interesting because that is the card that came out in yesterday's nighttime reading. So I'm getting Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, the water signs, with this Knight of Cups. You don't have to be, but you could be, and you could know someone who is. Maybe this is the person coming in as one of those signs. It's just someone who's very in touch with their emotional side and they want to express that towards you. I'm also getting that this is a message for some part of the collective, that you are the one that's going to be approaching someone in this emotional way. Almost, I feel this emotional vulnerability. Yeah, some of you are getting married. So some of you might be engaged and getting married. I'm definitely feeling a ceremony. I'm also feeling a ceremony, like a what's it called? A renewal of your vows kind of ceremony, almost like doing something that together with your current partner that you've grown with. I'm sensing people who've been together for a long time, and this is almost like a ceremony to renew that uh restored. I'm getting like your marriage went through a rebirth actually. So I'm getting like this restored energy and for it to be celebrated. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But I want to go back to that vulnerability. Okay, what am I feeling with that vulnerability? Some of you find it very difficult to be vulnerable. In fact, you you try very hard not to be vulnerable. But spirit is wanting you to balance out this vulnerability. Um, okay, I need more with that. A bunch of cards came out, so I'm going to put them in the order that I believe feels right. So they kind of came out scattered, and I found myself intuitively putting them in order. And I feel like that is a message for you, the collective that I'm tuning into here. That cough that just came out of nowhere, that's very coincides with this Eight of Swords here. That feeling like you can't express yourself fully, feeling like you um okay, because justice has come out right after that. So I'm getting some sword energy, I'm getting Libra energy. um Libras are about justice and fairness and balancing. It's interesting, I just saw something that said Libras are the only sign that doesn't have an animal representing them. An animal, or is that what it was? Yeah, I think so. And so, um, and it's like, why? Why are they the only ones? And I thought that was a good question. And I saw that the comments were like, because you can't define us, you have to experience us. So there's something about experiencing a Libra here. Now the Sun card has come out, and this I'm feeling the fire signs in this: Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And so I'm also getting that inner child aspect of your life. Oh, that's what you've been tampering down. Okay. So that's something that Spirit's very much encouraging you to heal at this time, to balance out, is this inner child that wants to come out and play. They want you to honor them. I'm almost getting like ancestral ties here. Maybe there's a child in spirit that wants you to, it's almost like they want you, even though they may be in spirit, they want you to honor your inner child. It's almost like this is the key to unlocking your full potential as the divine feminine, Miss Empress here. So, so there really needs to be a look at your childhood, and what do you feel needs to be balanced out. Like there's something from your childhood that you feel has been unfair or unjust or imbalanced, and so Spirit's really wanting you to look at it, because you can't change what happened in the past. So there's almost this different perspective. They're wanting you to take the blindfold off. They're wanting you to look at it in a different way. So and there's something about looking at it in a different way that that helps you have a higher understanding of why everything happened. And I'm getting 10 of Pentacles here. The Empress and the 10 of Pentacles, you guys. I'm like tempering. I feel I'm like talking in a stoic way, but inside I'm like eeking. Like I'm like, eek. The Empress, but this is your calm energy, which is interesting. Because Leos and fire signs aren't known to be very calm. So that's, but there's a peace in you now. There's understanding and clarity that you have. And with that comes wealth and abundance, and this being able to gift and give as much as you want, because the more you give, the more you get, kind of thing. Like as you give with your heart, and as you want to give back to society and the world, in comes new opportunities. In comes more truths and more clarity. The Knight of Swords has that like rushed energy, and then we've got Seven of Swords coming behind it. So I'm getting almost this like being careful of things coming in quickly and being too enthusiastic. It's almost like, I know I'm worthy, but if you're wanting to, it's almost like I'm hearing steal your thunder, stealing your light, stealing your thoughts. They just want to squeeze you like a spot. They want to just get as much of you as they can. Yes, okay, so I'm feeling here people who may work with energy. And the more that people experience your energy, the more that people want to be a part of it. And that's where I see the Ace of Pentacles coming in, and they want to compensate you for you sharing your energy. But there's like this fine line of when it becomes too much and they want to take too much of your energy. And so this is you needing to make sure that you really hold your energy as sacred and protect it. And I'm hearing that you have protection, actually. We've got 8 of Cups coming out here. So some people are going to be saddened by the fact that they can't take from you anymore. I noticed there that as the energy sped up, I got really tired in my jaw. So somebody here likes to talk a lot. I'm getting too that it's just really hard to be around somebody because it's like I just feel this like empathic active listener role, and then this someone who like is like, oh my god, someone's actually listening to me. And word vomit, and they're used to people kind of shrugging them off, but an active listener is hard to come by nowadays. And so I feel you being this active listener, and people are like, this is what it feels like, and so it feels special. And so when they feel you kind of putting up these boundaries, it makes them a little sad. But I'm hearing that the people that are for you will respect those boundaries, and I don't necessarily see them not respecting. In fact, I see them like being, okay, fine, I'll go this way until you're ready, like I see them being sad, but also respecting those boundaries. Okay, what else? I'm getting a lot of ear, which is, parallel with the third eye, or perpendicular with the third eye. So there's something here about, oh, and then there's a yawn. What is this energy? Like a jaw, and then I want to yawn, and oh my goodness. Oh, and it's like wanting to clear sleep. Okay, so spirit is wanting to that was an interesting way to get the message across. Spirit is wanting to communicate with you in your dreams, but you've got to give yourself plenty of time to enter the state of sleep that you need to be in order to remember your dream. So if you're only giving yourself a few hours every night, that's not enough, okay? You need to give yourself enough time that your body goes into that deep sleep and does dream, and then remembers it like very vividly, not like a fleeting thing. This is like they want you to make sure you remember the dream so that you can get the message that's there from the dream. So when you do remember your dream beyond waking up for those first few seconds, write it down immediately. Don't just assume you're going to remember. It may be so vivid in those first 5 minutes of waking up, but if you don't write it down, I'm hearing you might lose it, and then the message is gone and there's a missed opportunity there. So, and that's what I'm getting from the moon, with the dream state and the subconscious and that water there. There's emotions to be explored. Positive potato. I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. It's a positive potato. All right. Okay, I'm feeling like we want to look into the okay. More cups, 4 of cups. Yeah, this is that missed opportunity again in your dreams. Yeah. This is just affirming that message that came through for sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this up, and we're actually going to ask some different questions here. about the feminine and masculine energies that are inside of us. And we want to know the for the collective I'm tapping into, we want to know what's going on with our masculine energy. What's going on with our masculine energy? This is the sun, Ra, right side of body. This is leadership, making decisions. Okay, we've got a few cards here coming out. All right. Okay, big spread here. We've got the Hanged Man. Okay, actually, I'm getting, they don't want me to show each card. They want me to show each card as it comes up through the message. Okay. The masculine side right now is getting a new perspective on... Okay, so with the Hanged Man coming out and then the Page of Pentacles, they're getting a new perspective on how things can be different. That they're not stuck and there's actually other opportunities out there. The Moon comes out, which I feel Pisces energy in this, but I feel that dream state again, the Fool coming out and Justice. Oh my gosh, yes. And the Three of Pentacles. This to me is telling me the story of getting over or changing our fundamental beliefs and and getting rid of those like subconscious toxic old beliefs of self-doubt and that we can't do something, and there's this new beginning, this totally new way of thinking that's way more balanced and open. I feel a masculine that may have really gotten down on themselves and maybe thought life was just gonna keep repeating, but something is coming. Something is coming. What's coming? I feel that the masculine is getting a new perspective. What's coming? The Sun. So, oh my gosh, this is that inner child. So this is that message of going back to your childhood to reflect upon something, and it's going to give you that different perspective in order for you to heal whatever wounds are there, whatever subconscious beliefs are there that are affecting your confidence and self-love now. So something from your childhood is definitely still affecting you today, and it's creating a blockage in you in your masculine side. It's definitely to do with your solar plexus, like confidence. I'm getting that your confidence has been overshadowed. The sun is your confidence, your joy, your happiness. That's been overshadowed by this moon, this subconscious, just like our inner beliefs about ourselves and what we feel worthy of. And so you are getting a whole new outlook on what you're worthy of and a whole new belief about it. So all that's coming up. So there's going to be a lot of emotions involved here with that coming up. And you might find yourself crying for no reason or getting teary-eyed and I'm getting to not avoid feeling these feelings that get brought up from your childhood, because these need to come up. Why am I feeling this way? How is my power taken away? And how is it still affecting me now? What am I avoiding? Because, like confidence, when you don't have it, everything feels doomed, right? When you do have confidence, you feel joy and hope and happiness, and you want to move forward. And even though you may not have all the answers, you know that you are provided for and supported and guided. Okay. All right. Good job, masculine. Let's look into the feminine side of the collective, including me. So we are definitely healing that imbalance in our masculine energy. We are increasing our confidence, our self-assuredness, our self-love. the feminine side has a huge old block because these cards you heard me shuffling, right? They have not, now they are, okay. There was some blocked energy there, and I'm getting a sensation in my crown here. So, spirit is, I'm getting not super happy with the lack of connection that you have with them. So this is the feminine side. This is your giving side I'm getting. So let's tune into the feminine side of the collective. What is going on there? Okay. Okay. All right. So the feminine side, you have come to this understanding in yourself to where now you are putting up boundaries and you are getting rid of any patterns or any energy that you're discerning which energy is yours and which energy is not. You're figuring out, you're up here with your energy and these are the energies trying to come at you, and you're figuring out 21 on the timer there. You're figuring out, you're just discerning it this time. Well, that takes a lot of energy to do that because it requires rest, it requires grounding, it requires doing a lot to keep up your frequency, and that can feel very tiring, which is why Spirit's encouraging you to rest with the Four of Swords coming out here. So the feminine side right now is getting to take a break while the masculine comes into balance. The feminine is getting to be soft and be fully in herself now. You've did it. You've done it. You did it. You've gotten to a good balanced, especially with that 4 and the 6. Those are both very balanced. I'm getting hexagon imagery here. Very solid foundational numbers that you have built up your feminine side to be. So you have really come into your divine feminine energy, and this took a lot of work, and you are like, I just want to be, and this is what happened before. So this may resonate with you. You have a big heart, but every time you opened your heart, people could feel it. And so they took advantage of it, and you hadn't built up enough of self-love and empowerment and power back. You've given your power away so much. So when people wanted to drain from you, you let them. Well, now you're at the point where you're not letting them. That's what this is, the 6 of Wands. You're not letting them drain your energy anymore. You have that wand right in front of you saying, no more. And so this has allowed you to rest, to actually be fully in your feminine power, your feminine energy. And this is where you're happiest with the sun coming out here. This is, you feel the happiest you've been in a long time because you're actually feeling the loving heart that you've always had in you. You just had to guard it so much because you knew people would drain you. The Hermit and King of Swords came out face down, and they kind of just poked out a little. And so I felt that they were part of the divine feminine's energy here. So the Hermit is, I'm getting a couple of energies from this. This is I am getting a spirit guide here. Someone who's trying to they want you to focus on your happiness and what makes you happy. And if it doesn't make you happy, that's when you set those clear, defined boundaries with the King of Swords coming out here. This ain't even Queen of Swords. This is King of Swords. This is like enough, like no more. If you don't understand why I had to cut you off or why the energy's not working between us, then that's why I'm cutting you off, and that's why the energy's not working between us. Because you drained from me too much. That's what, you don't have to understand, but I'm at a point now that I need to separate my energy from yours because you're draining it. And until you build up enough rest and recharge and really get back to a very solid, leveled up place where you're at a stable frequency that you can hold your power and not let it get drained, then you do need to separate yourself from, to be able to discern your energy from other people's. Okay, I'm getting to pull one more card at least for the divine feminine energies. So feminine, you're really in a very good place right now. You're in a place of being able to relax and just show up in a pleasant, happy way. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. All right, we got the Star and the Three of Wands. This is your hour. This is the feminine's time to shine. I'm getting that people are so magnetized to your light. You're like a shining star. You're like the North Star for a lot of people. A lot of people feel lost, and you are almost like their guide. You are their guide for how they can balance, how they can think differently, that you provide different perspectives, encouragement, support, upliftment. It's like you're at this healed place, and now you're getting to share and be creative in how you share, and you get to talk about your journey, and you get to share your journey to people. You may have a podcast or a YouTube channel, or social media, maybe TikTok that you have, that you are sharing your experiences on. And I'm getting that this is a great way for people to see you and to hear your messages. And I'm getting that you are actually going far beyond what you even can fathom. Okay, your messages, your energy, your healing energy is going far beyond what you can imagine as you continue to keep it in this elevated place. Okay, and don't worry, you are protected at this point. Your feminine side is protected at this point. You have leveled up, and it's a matter of just staying in that energy. Okay, you may I'm getting Queen Cersei from Game of Thrones. Is that her name, Cersei? Anyways, and she was a very powerful queen, but there was a time where she was shamed and walked nude in front of everybody, in front of the whole kingdom, while someone behind her said shame, and I'm sure at that point she did not feel at her most divine feminine self, but it was never lost. It might have just been pushed down while she dealt with those feelings, but it came back. It came back. All right. So she's more of a dark feminine. So there may be something here about you needing to kind of have a conversation with your dark feminine side, because that is so crazy, you guys. In every aspect, there is a duality to it. So on our masculine side, there's a dark masculine and a light masculine. And on our feminine side, there's a dark feminine and a light feminine. And so there's like these like little layers of balancing that needs to happen. And so you've been working on your feminine for a long time now, and finally you're able to rest in that energy. Not take a break, but you get to rest in that energy now. You leveled up. Whereas the masculine is going through some things. The masculine side is still going through some things, catching up to their true power and getting to the point where they're going to be able to rest in their full power as well. Okay, you guys? All right, I'm going to end there. I think that's a beautiful place to end. I just really wanted to tap into those masculine and feminine sides. And if you resonate with this, let me know. Connect with me by liking or commenting and subscribing, and that makes the messages that much stronger by making that connection stronger. Okay, you guys, much love and light to you. I'll see you next time. Bye.